So, you're going to guess it from this opening. If not, whatever's. But what I'm going to do to introduce it is I'm going to sing the opening theme song for it. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Daring duck of mystery, champion of right, swoops out of the shadows, Darkwing owns the night. Somewhere some villain schemes, but his number's up. 3, 2, 1. Darkwing Duck. When there's trouble, you call DW. Darkwing Duck. Let's get dangerous. Darkwing Duck. Darkwing, Darkwing Duck. Cloud of smoke and he appears, the master of surprise. Who's that cunning mind behind the shadowy disguise? Nobody knows for sure, but the bad guys are out of luck, 'cause here comes Darkwing Duck, look out! When there's trouble, you call DW. Darkwing Duck, let's get dangerous. Darkwing Duck, better watch out, you bad boys. Darkwing Duck. In case you haven't guessed, it's Darkwing Duck! Here it is. Ooh, my epaulets are in the way of the title. We gotta fix that. There we are. There you go, Darkwing. Darkwing Duck. 1991 to 1992. A Disney classic television show. And my favorite of the Duck shows, if I do say so myself. I really like this one. Even though it's very episodic style. Rewatched almost all the episodes almost a year ago. Lucia God says, awesome! That's awesome. On Disney Plus, I'm going to take it because that's really the only place you can watch all the episodes right now. They don't have official DVD releases of this one. They only did 2 volumes of it. So you probably watched it. You probably streamed it. Am I correct about that? Anyway, so yeah, normally episodic things with not a long arcing story are not my style, but Darkwing Duck is a favorite of mine. Excuse me. I love the villains. Darkwing is like one of the most hilarious heroes you could ever think of. He's so egotistical, but so loving at the same time. And Gosalyn, holy moly, what a great kid. Strong, spirited, as they say in the first episode. She's got spirit. She certainly does. Spunk, wits, troublemaker, and a badass kid, if I do say so myself. Her voice actor died some time ago, though. It's very unfortunate, but oh yes, Justice Ducks. Yes. I think that's mine and my brother's favorite too. Yes, the Fearsome Five. Oh, I love the villains, but I like the heroes too. Morgana, Gizmo Duck. That guy's hilarious. Fenton Crackshell or something, Quackshell, I think, or something like that. Yes, the Fearsome Five. Negaduck, Bushroot, Megavolt, Quackerjack, Liquidator, and their actual names. No one actually knows Negaduck's real name or Quackerjack's, but Bushroot's obviously, he's the second one. Stegmutt, yes, Stegmutt, Neptunia, and Stegmutt with the episode with Dr. Fossil. That was very cool seeing him. Just, the origins kind of story thing. I mean, you didn't actually see what Stegmutt used to look like, but that was, I think, supposed to be his introduction episode. And this is normal, but Negaduck, he's my favorite villain. He's just so darn evil. He hates anything lovey or cute. He blows a gasket and just wants to kill it. Like this. I can talk a lot about this show because nothing really spoilery. It's all episodic. Just Darkwing Duck's adventures fighting supervillains. It's like a superhero show parody in its own right. Very ahead of its time in its own right, when you think about it. And yet it doesn't disrespect, I believe, that which it is parodying. It's just the wacky world of Darkwing Duck. And because Darkwing Duck himself is a nut. But again, very caring. And what's cool is that Launchpad, the guy you see in the picture there, right below Negaduck. Negaduck's the one in yellow. Launchpad is his sidekick. Launchpad actually came from DuckTales, I believe, first. But then became the regular on Darkwing Duck as a sidekick. Builder of the Thunderquack. Yes, you can tell I know this show. And what else? Okay, well, I'm going to list off the villains here. So the real name for Megavolt is Elmo Sputterspark. I remember that. Bushroot was Dr. Reginald Bushroot. The Liquidator was Bud Flood. And one Chia God says. Oh, the Chia God also has said, by the way, the Justice Duck's favorite episode. brings up the Fearsome Five, Stegmutt, and then he said, I'm sorry, I don't know, sorry if I got you wrong, Chia God, I'm just used to saying he. Sorry if that's an incorrect pronoun. I do apologize for that ahead of time. I mean right now. The Chia God says, one thing that's great about this show is that the villains all have backstories. Yeah, a lot of them do. I don't know about Tusker Nini, though. Maybe he does. I mean, he does have a backstory, that the fact that he's a filmmaker, that he's really big into film with his penguin buddies, but, anyway, so those are the villains. Those are the Fearsome Five that I listed off. Let's talk about the other ones. The first one, which is Taurus Bulba, the criminal genius, voiced by none other than Tim Curry. And he was a good first baddie. He had his henchmen. There was Hammerhead, Hoof and Mouth, Tandalus, I believe was the name of his bird, and Clovis, his assistant. That was those Taurus Bulbas and his set of minions right there. I'm running through the list of villains here. I'm a fan of villainy, of baddies. So, like I said, there's Tuscanini, there's Spider Phoenix, Phineas Sharp. Let's see who else was there. That was also Blunt. I forget what Blunt's first name is, but let's see who else was there. Come on, run through me, Chia God. Steelbeak, voiced by none other than Rob Paulson. What's her name? Ammonia Pine. Let's see here. Let me see here. Ammonia Pine, Steelbeak. Oh, FOWL, technically organization. FOWL, FOWL, stands for Phoenix Organization for World Larceny. That's the evil organization against Hush, the good agency that helps out Darkwing. Now, I don't remember what Hush stands for, because I really just remember the baddies. Professor Moriarty, because he's a mole. Let me think. There was the Bayou guy. I forget what his name. Jambalaya Jake. That's what it was. Jambalaya Jake. And so let's see here. So there, these villains all just appear throughout the show. Antics ensue. Funny stuff. Again, it was always sweet to see. There was also that villain opposites, Ammonia. Her sister. I forget what her name was. Because she was only in one episode. I don't even know if she said her name a lot, but yes. Yeah, she was only in one ep. Morgana's family is hilarious. Morgana is the dark magician woman. There's also Nodoff. He was a little gremlin dream demon. I remember him because there's a VHS release of that one, and it's like one of the few VHS releases of Darkwing Duck. And let's see here. So the Fearsome Five, though, really are like the biggest. They are the most recurring of all the villains. Like I said, Megavolt, Quackerjack. Megavolt and Quackerjack are teamed up quite often, actually, because they have like a time top. And you know those tops you spin? That's why it's called a time top. It was an invention by Quackerjack, because he does toys. Quackerjack is like a jester guy. And you get to leap through time with it, and it looks like a giant top. And Megavolt and Quackerjack hop into that. It's the time top. And so Quackerjack, Megavolt, the Liquidator, and Bushroot. Unfortunately, Liquidator never had another solo episode, probably because he's such a powerful villain when you think about it. So from a writing standpoint, writing how to defeat a water villain over and over again, the Liquidator is pure water. It can get kind of tricky and whatnot. But at least he's in several Fearsome 5 episodes. So, and of course, Negaduck. Oh, that fiendish. Now, he's fiendish. Gosh, okay, so there's one episode where there are these cute little bunnies. Right? They're meant to be annoyingly cute. That was their purpose, right? It was in the episode called Malice's Restaurant, I believe. Morgana was opening a restaurant. Bottom line, the bunnies... Negaduck's plan was to kidnap the bunnies and turn them into evil road warrior bunnies. So, make them killers. And they always say, "Do you need a hug?" And he's just like boiling over. He's, "I'll show you hug, you stupid little mudwort." And he's about to crush him with a club. Negaduck, one of his signature weapons is a chainsaw. Oh, I love the classic cartoons when they didn't censor that shit or felt like that was pushing the envelope. Because Looney Tunes does a shitload of that shit. It was real nice to see. And so in general, ultimately, the truth for my feelings about Darkwing Duck is I wish it had like a proper end. But that's just my own thing. Otherwise, I like this show. I really like this show a lot. And if you're in the mood for just some fun adventures with good heroes, awesome villains, and episode after episode, there's 90 episodes, over 90 episodes. I think 91 or 93. One of those two numbers. I know it's not 92. And they did it all in 2 years, right? 1991, 1992. They got all the episodes out in 2 years. You don't do that these days. That's a lot of production. I wonder if some people died doing that. Darkwing Duck has good animation. So, yeah. Darkwing Duck. Villains abound. Heroes are cool. Check it out if you're doing something fun. But for this lowly Jeep, thank you, Darkwing Duck, for a splendid time. Give it up for Darkwing Duck. And with that is Darkwing Duck. Okay, let me check my schedule. I always have my... What is... Pachi! Yes, Chia God! Pachi! Oh my, okay. Okay, for this, I'm going to need a... Oh, the video games were no good. Okay, well, that's too bad. That's too bad. Maybe someone will come on the show who likes the video games. Maybe. Well, okay. Whoa, I'm spazzing out. Spazzing out. Unlike... I haven't played them myself, so I wouldn't know. Yeah, it's true, Fake. There's a doubt for that. I mean, there are probably some things that no one in the world likes. But wouldn't that be awesome if I found the one person who did? That'd be something. That'd be amazing. And that person would have to be a VTuber. So that's a double something. Not likely going to happen, though. Be cool. All right, thank you, Darkwing Duck. Now,